So I just did a list of who I think is the best rappers of every alphabet. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with this list, all right? So for the A's, I got Andre 3000. I think his lyrical ability, his flow, all that is just unmatched. For B, I got Busta Rhymes. And like if y'all look up every B rapper, it's not really many B's that can compete with him, to be honest. For C, C was hard. C was hard. It was honestly a toss-up between Chief Keef and Chris Brown. I feel like Chief Keef got way more of a influence on newer rap today. But as a full-on artist, it's hard to compete with Chris Brown. Okay, it's just hard. So I had to put Chris Brown at C. For D, I got Drake, one of the biggest hit makers of all time. I mean, like, what other D is doing it like him? Pause. For E, I got Eminem, arguably top 3 greatest rapper of all time. No other E is touching him. I don't care. If you disagree, then you're doing drugs. For F, I got Future. Future been inside the game for a long time. Gave us hits for many, many, many years. And he's one of the few rappers that had a long career and haven't really fallen off from his prime. For G, I got Ghostface Killer. The Wu-Tang Clan is one of the most lyrical and respected groups in hip-hop, and Ghostface's ability has always stood out to many. For H, now if y'all look up the letter H for rappers, it's not really that many good H's at all, so I just put Hot Boy at H. For I got Ice Cube. Basically everything I said about Ghostface Killer, I could say the same thing about Ice Cube. You know, Ice Cube was in one of the most respected hip-hop groups of all time, and you can say he was the best lyricist of that group. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. For J, I got J. Cole. J. Cole's up here of one of the best rappers from his era. So like it wasn't really hard to put him for J. K was probably the most heartbreaking for me because I had to choose between 2 GOATs. I had to choose between Kanye West and Kendrick Lamar. And I can already see now a lot of you is probably going to debate this. And I'm sorry, but I had to choose one. And I went with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick and Kanye are both GOATs. They both will go on my top 10 greatest rappers of all time. But I feel like one thing that Kendrick has over Kanye is storytelling. Kendrick's ability to tell a story in a song, no matter what the song about, is incredible. Now for the L's, I am excluding every rapper name that starts with Lil. Because I feel like it's kind of cheating, knowing that that's not your base name. It's just the beginning of a trend. Lil Baby, Lil Wayne, Lil Kim, just like any rapper name that starts with Lil is not going to be excluded. They are going to count for the other letters. With that being said, LL Cool J got L for me. For M, I got Missy Elliott. In my opinion, she's one of the dopest female rappers of all time. So I easily gave her M. I don't care. Don't argue with me. For N, I got the Notorious Big. The Notorious Big also will go in my top 5 of greatest rapper of all time. So, which I kind of hate that NBA YoungBoy is in his group. Because if I could put YoungBoy right there, I would. But, you know, you got 2 GOATs right now. You got an older GOAT and then you got a new school GOAT. I mean, you can't really hate me. I'm sorry, YoungBoy fans. For O, I got Offset. Now, out of every letter in the alphabet that requires, you know, a set of rappers, I think O is one of the weakest groups. So Offset taking O is like taking candy from a baby. I mean, come on. For P, I put Post Malone. There's not many rappers out there that really understands music like he do. And I feel like that's what makes Post such a great artist, is that he don't just try to make rap. He always try to expand his sound to something that basically anyone from any genre can enjoy. Hell, my favorite Post Malone song is Take What You Want. If y'all haven't heard that song, go listen to it and you will understand why I put him for P. For Q, I put Quavo. Yeah, Quavo as a solo artist may not be the best, but if anyone know that Quavo can shine, he can shine with 2 things. He can shine with features, because he always kill a feature. If I had the money, I would put Quavo on my song. And he has always shined with hooks. It is a reason why the Migos dominated rap for so long, because every member brought something to the table. You had Quavo with the hooks and the sound. You had Offset with the flow. Then you had Takeoff with the lyrics. Plus, the only other good, like, Q for this is probably Q-Tip. And Quavo got more hits than Q-Tip, so. R was probably one of the hardest for me. I wanted to put Rakim. There's a handful of people I would have put in that R, but I decided to go with Rod Wave. I feel like Rod Wave is one of them rappers where you don't really have to be a heavy fan of him, but you understand why he gets the love he gets. Like, you understand why he has such a big fan base. Most of Rod Wave music is always going to be like relatable music that people can listen to. Rather, like, if it's about struggle, rather if it's about breakup, rather if it's about pain, and he's so consistent. I'm not the biggest fan of Rod Wave, but I will put some respect on him. I don't think it's a stretch to say that he's the best R. You know? For S, I got Snoop Dogg. I'm not even gonna give a reason why. It's Snoop Dogg. If you disagree, you can suck it. For T, I got Tupac Shakur. We talking about greatest rappers of all time. He's top 3. I mean, for you, there's barely any you rappers out there, so this was an easy take for Lil Uzi Vert. Same thing with V. It's not really that many good V's out there, and I refuse to put Vic Mensa on this list. So even though I don't listen to this man that much, I put Vince Staples, because at least I know Vince Staples can spit. I would never put Vic Mensa on any list ever, unless it was a worse list. I'm sorry, call me a hater. For W, I got Lil Wayne. There's no other W that can match his greatness. I don't care. Unless you include Wu-Tang Clan as a whole, but then that's kind of unfair. You feel me? You got one person versus a whole group. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm giving it to Lil Wayne. For X, I got one of my favorite rappers of all time, so I'm going to be biased. I don't care. SSXTentacion. If you can name a better X, I'm all ears. I am all ears. I'm waiting. Leave his name inside the comments. For Y, I got Young Thug. And for Z, y'all might laugh at me for this because this man fell off, but I cannot lie to you. There's literally no other Z's that's really relevant like that. So for Z, I got Zillakami. And hell, Zillakami was hard at some point. He just fell off the map. I think he got canceled for something, but I can't remember what. But anyway, those are the best rappers in my opinion in alphabetical order, and I am going to be doing more videos like this. So y'all tell me inside the comments what y'all want to see next in this type of video. But thank you y'all for watching, and I want y'all to do 3 things for me. I want you to leave a like on this video to help support your boy. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. And like I said, leave a comment on what you want to see next. With that being said, I'm going to see y'all inside the next one. Peace.